his aunt. Aisha is ukht to sayyiduna Asma. So he was raised in this environment. Radiyallahu tabaraka wa ta'ala anhum jami'an. There is no nasab after this. Nasab ulaika abai faj'ni bimithlihim idha jama'atna ya jarirul majami'u. Sayyiduna Urwa radiyallahu tabaraka wa ta'ala anhu wa rahimahu, he passed his entire life acquiring knowledge, because this is what he said he wants. If you say this is what I want, then work on it. He went from door to door of the companions of Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, such as Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib, Abdurrahman ibn Auf, Zayd ibn Habib, Abu Ayyub al-Ansari, Usama ibn Zayd, Sa'id ibn Zayd, Abu Hurairah, Abdullah ibn Abbas, Nu'man al-Bashir, and many and many and many. But he took the entirety of the hadith and the knowledge of sayyiduna Aisha radiyallahu tabaraka wa ta'ala anha. He said, prior to 3 years of the death of my aunt Aisha, I have acquired her entire knowledge. And he said, if she died now, I have nothing to regret. That's how much he loved and he struggled to acquire knowledge until he became one of the fuqaha ul Madina. There was seven people whom we called fuqaha ul Madina. The fatwa was around these 7 people, and Urwa was one of the best of them, because he kept learning, studying. When you see yourself as a scholar, you will not study anymore. And that is the ghaya fi jahl wal-'iyadhu billahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. The 7 scholars of Al-Madinah, all of them are sons of the Sahaba, except Sulaiman ibn Yasar. One of the poets say, "Ala kullu man la yaqtadi bi a'immatin fa qismatuhu diza 'an al-haqqi kharija. فخذهم عبيد الله عروة قاسم سعيد أبو بكر سليمان خالد." These are the 7 fuqaha of Medina, and all the scholars of his time, they knew and recognized the fadl and the ilm of sayyiduna Urwa. Zuhri, Imam Ahl al-Hadith fi zamanihi, he said, كنت أطلب العلم من 3: سعيد بن المسيب وكان أفقه الناس، وعروة بن الزبير وكان بحرا لا تكدره الدلاء. He said Urwa was bahr, meaning it was an ocean that no matter how the more you take, the more it gets. That was Urwa. And Umar ibn Abdul Aziz radiallahu anhu said, ما أحد أعلم min Urwa bin Az-Zubair. Umar ibn Abdul Aziz was the scholar of his time, but he said there is no one on earth that has more knowledge than Urwa. Ibn Uyayna used to say that inna a'lam an-nasi bi hadith Aisha thalatha, that the 3 people who know the hadith of Aisha most are 3. Number his son Hisham said, Wallahi ما تعلمنا جزءا من 1000 جزء أو 1000 جزء من حديث أبي. He said, if the ahadith of my father was 1,000 or 2,000, he says that 1,999 of it we don't know it. That's and he spent his time teaching them. But if you were to divide his knowledge into 2,000, say 1,999 of it we don't know. That's Urwa. Zuhri rahmatullah alayhi, in another saying, he said, ما رأيت أحدا أفقه منه. I've never seen anyone who has more fiqh than Urwa ibn Zubair ibn al-Awwam. Urwa radiyallahu tabaraka wa ta'ala anhu, once was in the masjid, everybody was around him calling, asking. Abdurrahman ibn Ubayd ibn Humayd ibn Abdurrahman said, I was with my father and I saw this and it was amazing. He said, don't be amazed. Why? Because he said, لَقَدْ رَأَيْتُ أَصْحَابَ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ sallallahu alayhi wa sallam يَسْأَلُونَهُ. He was not a Sahabi, but he said, I saw the Sahaba of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam seeking knowledge from him, asking him. That is Urwa Ibn Az-Zubair. But with all this knowledge, his ibadah was beyond imagination. He spent his entire time fasting. They said he only ate Yawm al-Nahr and Yawm al-Fitr. Yawm Eid al-Fitr wa Yawm Eid al-Nahr. Only when it is Eid that he did not fast. Even when he died fasting. He said, Aftara wa lam yuftir. Because they wanted him to eat. He said, no. This Urwa ibn Zubair, when he traveled, because he was invited by Al-Walid. He was invited by Al-Walid ibn Abdul Malik ibn Marwan, the Khalif of the Muslims at that time, to Damascus. When he was going there, he felt something was not right in his leg. He had a disease called, I think in English we call it, it is in French la gangrene. In English the same thing, gangrene. And when he arrived, the Khalifa called the doctors to see what's going on. And they said that he has gangrene and we have to cut the leg. For if you don't cut it, it's going to go to the rest of the body and it can take his life. He said, if there is no other choice, then let it be. They brought some alcohol for him to drink so that he's not going to experience the pain. He said, no, I will not seek the afiyah of Allah with the means that which is haram. They brought some other medicine that will take his mind away, meaning his senses. He's not going to feel the pain. He said, no. Then they brought big giant people. He said, what are they doing here? He said, because you want to go through this and we know that it's going to be very painful. And if you pull your leg, it can be worse. He said, no. One of the narrations said, he told them, let me just engage myself in dhikr and tasbih. The other narration said, he told them, let this happen when I'm in prayer. If you see me instead of sujood, then do whatever you want. And they said when he was praying, instead of sujood, they cut his leg. And they even, because the part of the gangrene is dead, but they cut above so that it's not going to go. That part that has no disease, it's more painful. But he didn't even react. When he finished, he passed out because it was painful. When he woke up, they told him what happened. He said, Alhamdulillah. And he asked for people to bring that leg that was cut. He said, by Allah, I have never walked with you to something that is displeasing to Allah. And then they took care of the leg and then buried his leg. And what happened afterwards? His son Muhammad, whom he loves most, was playing in the dawab and one of the dawab kicked the son, and in the process the son died. They came to tell him again what happened. That's when he said this beautiful saying of his, that, oh Allah, if you have taken one of my sons, you have left me with three. Some narrations say he has 7, then Allah have left him with 6. If you have taken one of my atraf, you have left me with 3. I have 2 hands and 1 leg. If you have tested, if you have taken, you have, since I was born, been given. And if you have tested, I have been given afiyah. وَلَئِنْ أَخَذْتَ فَقَدْ أَبْقَيْتَ وَلَئِنْ ابْتَلَيْتَ فَلَطَالَمَا عَفَيْتَ. And the scholars said that during that very moment, a delegation from Banu Abs came to visit Walid, the Khalifa, and one of them was a how do you say, a'ma, blind. Yes. Walid ibn Abdul Malik asked him, "What happened to your eyes?" He said, "No one was more blessed when it comes to richness than me in Banu Abs." You come a little bit because somebody is looking for a spot, inshallah. He said one day there was a sail that visited us, and the sail had gone with all my wealth and my family, and left me with nothing but a naqa and a little child. The mother died, the child was just born. And the naqa